Well, hello, this is the final boss, and this is the world according to Girl. I'm curious to try this out. The developers were very kind and asked and sent me a demo to try and play it. Curious to see what there is here. It started, and it took me a second to find the English translation, but given the fact that it started in another language, I'm gonna assume play the game while skipping the story. We're writers. We want to follow the story. In a near future that has seen the end of the world, a plan to send a girl to space, the final beacon of hope for all humanity, was set into the motion. No, it went too fast. Oh, world according to Girl. So I'm in space. Something like that. Something space. I should rewind. I wish I could rewind. All right, I got. The world is on your shoulders. Start game, girl. Dot dot dot. Commissioner. My breath is all white. Yes, well, it's colder in the mountain than it is where we live. So, agnostic of some of the translation issues, like so ignoring some of the translation issues, which is totally understandable. It's a small studio. Um, just the general premise of like some, because this girl, is like, oh, I don't even know what my breath looks like in the cold. Getting sent to space with all humanity's hopes on them feels a little weird. Like it feels like that just isn't a scenario that makes sense if that girl is that kind of naive and kind of befuddled about, oh, it's colder on the mountain than where we live. So it's even colder up in the sky? Indeed, the space temperature is about negative 270 degrees Celsius, very close to absolute zero. I thought it was like 400 Kelvin or something. Negative 400 was absolute zero. Anyways, 460 or something. Anyways, eek, that would freeze my breath, wouldn't it? All right, good. That makes the stars look bigger. So, I mean, so even just the content of the conversation, agnostic of the phrasing, is a little weird, a little strange. Like, who tells this kid that is about to go to space? Well, if you go out in space, you'll be frozen like a human popsicle. It's nothing. Come look at it. The lens focus on the moon now. Oh, the moon. I'm seeing the moon for the first time. You've always been looking at it. And this is the moon. Only such body that's attracted by the Earth's gravity. Just like how you can't see what you look like. Knowing you, you'll definitely be able to see it. I hope you're there too when I see it, maybe. Now what do you want to look at next? The stars. Okay, planets in the solar system. Faraway galaxy cluster. Faraway galaxy cluster. M87. The Virgo conjunction, yeah, Alpha and the Virgo. Let's take a look. So we're just looking at stars. So again, pretty light in terms of conflict so far. Man from the Institute. So you're saying she's making good progress. It should be going according to plan. Yes, without a hint of trouble. Excellent. Do you understand the role you've been given? To raise the girl to be the most talented person in the world, and in doing so save the humanity left on this planet. That's a big ask. The most talented person in the world? Again, I'm losing some of the reality of this world. Unless because it's just like so this has been given a very sinister vibe, right? Like we don't see just tonally, like we don't see the bad guy or one of the people's faces. There's a mystery person saying all is going to plan. Every time we see a mystery person say all is going to plan, it's like sinister and bad, and then we see we're gonna raise this person to be the most talented person on the planet. She's gonna save all the again, one, it's restating what you've already told us, so that is a little bit burling because we already know that for some reason this like kid is supposed to save the world. I still don't really get why. I probably should go back to the main menu. Maybe I'll go back to the main menu. Whatever. I'll figure it out. You'll probably tell me again. We're less than your every action, the amount of money we put into this could have kept the rest of humanity alive for 100 years. One method, foolish is nothing, although it's... She might if I left, I'll charge of a parent-teacher conference for 7 years to the final stage. Okay, secretary, send word for the developments. Thank you. So, your parents are busy. I'm your teacher, 6th grade. I'm going to zoom a little fast through this because it's a little repetitive. Keep on looking through the classrooms. Oh, the school, suppose so. Small talk. But again, not much conflict, right? Like, so we're not... A lot of the choices are about what flavor text we get rather than about, like, a fate change. And, like, usually with Choose Your Adventure stories, anything with branching narrative, you kind of want... You want to show up early with the big choices that make me say, oh, wow, what I do has impact. I better read closely. My wife is playing Baldur's Gate 3, and I am terrified to boot it up, but I guarantee you that if I do, one of the first choices I make will impact something really aggressive. Less because, okay, yeah, they have a lot of resources, but more because they know that, hey, we got to make you sweat the choices early. Yes, I did. You see teachers, you know, I've heard of a principal change homeroom teachers. They're not in there. Time for the parent-teacher meeting. Yes, that's what I've heard from her parents as well. Her grades are fine, so there isn't really anything to discuss on my end. I suppose we're done then. Yes. Didn't even have time to relax. She's that bright. Is it okay if she leaves now? You have plans? Yep, I'm hanging out with a new friend. We need to talk to your teacher a bit more, but there's no need for you to stay. Thank you. Now. Yes, Commissioner. Is there anything you've noticed about her? Some sort of teacherly intuition. I'm sure you already know this, but this entire city was built to raise this particular girl to be the most talented person in the world. Yes, the catastrophe of 20 years ago altered the movement of the Earth's crust, splitting the Earth. So again, someone recapping history like this is really helpful for the storyteller to communicate what's going on, but it's not very realistic for the reader. Like, if I go to a shopping center and I say, oh, Danielle, I'm going to the shopping center down the street to get some food from the Safeway that was built in 1982 because by the Safeway Safe Incorporation in order to turn it into a supermarket, it's going to be a little weird, right? Like, you don't talk to someone like that. It's kind of, this is what's occurring here. But, you know, I guess since I missed the intro, this is, you know, I'll read it. Now, was electromagnetic in the clouds filled the skies, destroyed the entirety of our computer-based society. As a result, scientific civilization was destroyed. And I've heard the best even this city could do is maintain 21st century city state. Yet all our humanity small enough to be in one place to pretend to her that it's normal, that in every city the world is like this. Of course, for that reason, the faculty at this school have been carefully selected. Yes. All the teachers in the country for this role. Too somber. The previous plan, she was chosen by the responsibility in my place. Man. Drama. Year 1 season closing my report. I kind of want to get this was said to be a deck builder. I was excited about it being a deck builder. But I haven't got any deck building. I'm like 10 minutes in here. The Abigail test is designed by linguists, test people potential for unknown entries. Yeah. Test evaluate. I don't know. Intelligence, kindness, calmness. Okay. Abigail test, supposed to be well known for. Okay, we're doing a test. It's gonna measure my core values. Interview session. I mean, she's on the interview. Happened to the city. Think of another plan we provide. City was, yes, we know. City was created to, so even like at this point, we've been told like verbal doubled 3 times on the exposition. I would really encourage the writer to say, hey, what is the time I mention this that is the most clear, and just move on and let's get to the plot. Actually, a pure heart. Mistake for a sanctuary. People who heard the rumors never arrived in the city would think would be useful. Alright, so here's professional task. Yellow. Sweater. Wait, what? I don't even know what this is. Hire new personnel? Okay. This effect takes place Advent cost 1 plus 1 per season. Plan intensity index. On personal. I have no idea what any of these stats mean. I mean, I guess I'll do the task manager. Professional task manager. Advent cost plus 1 for this season. Do like this and like that. Do this like that and that like this. Okay. Abigail tested we can in season 6. Passing the score for this year. Okay. So what do we have to prepare? So I did get a card choice. I have no idea what it contributed to. The fate of humanity is my hands. Got it. Personal to commercial area are exhilarated. Occasionally random will become exhilarated. Become a hotspot. When this happens, the person in the area will become more mated and the effects on the girl will be increased. Had a schedule for this season. Hotspot. Alright. So I don't know what does this mean. Energize. Confirm. Yeah, it's a hotspot. Guess I'll suspend it. Let's go. Year 1 schedule. I have no idea. So a lot of the actual mechanics and the rule sets are pretty hard to grasp. I wish this tutorial gave me a much shorter narrative intro and a much more detailed connection around. Fills in the commercial area. Whoa, kindness is up. Alright, time to study. Ready for my tutoring. What should I teach her? About art. Duh. Sweet. You ever been in a plane? Plane, huh? I don't know who's answering. Is this the girl or the commissioner? I'm guessing it's the commissioner. Okay. Oh, intensity -3. Good chat. Wait, why is it -3? Do I want intensity to be down? Good morning, sir. You're as energetic as always. I mean, the world is so full of life. See the birds in this book. What are they like? What does the bird look like out of the city? I feel strange, sir. Sir, this world, there's no need for you to think all is peaceful. Everyone is lying to me, even you, sir. The world is such a hateful place. It's a dream. The next file. The school's 6-year elementary. Okay, next file. Girl is asleep. The girl. Spring is here again. We hope this does not become mankind's final spring. Have you heard of the last utopia? Humanity, the 14th Theater. It's said to be the only place remaining on Earth that has maintained the kind of civilization that once thrived. The city is protected by an impenetrable security system, but if you have a special talent, you may be welcome to the 14th Theater. We will continue our investigation of the city. We plan to publish special editions of the newspaper. Okay. Okay. I have no idea what these people do. Singing developer. Solo camper. Transforms into camper duo. Advent. Decreases the cost of city level upgrades. Transforms into camper duo. I mean, she does a little bit of everything, so that's good. 2 of them. Oh. That's good. Oh, energize. I mean, do I want to use all these? I guess the solo camper is there. Where's the... This one kind of sucks. Alright, commercial. Okay, so I used all my season cost, I guess. Yeah, let's go. City is bustling this season. Energy, residential, commercial area. Oh man, we're crushing it. She's so kind and vital. What should I teach her? About life. Something, something. I have no idea what is affecting what. Come to professional attachment for placement appointment. Did you need anything? What? I found a screw. This cylinder. Alright. I guess cylinder was the right answer. Who's on Voyager 9? The 20th century is an era in which mankind very much wanted to explore space. Even now, the Voyager probes are floating somewhere, carrying with them messages mankind recorded to send to whoever is out there. What is the probe now? Okay. Okay, I want to give him some time off. I don't know how to give him out. Broken down machine. Huh. Dreamy-eyed florist. So very kindness. My person doesn't have obtain a random item. Sure. What's an item? Symbolism for the Star of Bethlehem. Falsified budget. What? Tense book. By the time you get it, it's too late. Confers intelligence to selected personal. Flower, not the Elent satellite. I mean, may as well get some smart people. Okay, let's figure out the schedule. How do I give people time off? Requested time off. Okay, yeah. So then you suspend. Okay. And question 2, advanced memory quest. Alright. The heck, solo camper, step up. Alright, I guess I'm out. Let's do it. Plan intensity index, exposure risk 0. Alright, so there's some sort of like simulation management. Alright, she feels the energy. Progress reports. Cleared vacation. Should I teach her? Something, something. Wow, that's amazing. Taught her well. Okay. Hello. We're having some good weather, girl would probably say. Alright. Got all the points. Women playing, girl's mother. 3 minutes, yes. Her social life. I like the premise. It's like a cool premise. Like the Truman Show, but the world depends on it, and it's kind of this melancholy, meditative slice of life. I like the vibe and the premise, but I do think there's a lot of gaps in terms of area you selected exhilarated this season. Plan intensity index and personnel effects. Awakening 2. Select one personnel to disappear from the city with. You go to the list of personnel and pay the cost. Oh. Why not, I guess? Tenacious vitamins. I mean, clock tower seems cool. I don't know why this one's 2 and that one's 0. Okay. Just no idea what's going on. How do I adjust my personnel? Other menu. Personnel list. Alright. So what does this even do? What are my items? Back. Item list. Oh. Fumigate Florist is kind of dumb. Let's see. Solo Camper. Yeah, we'll get to make the florist a little smarter. Okay, so they kind of have some upgrade city. Alright. Personal effects, emergency prevention, communication effect, occurrence rate. Sure. Nice. I have no idea what this is doing, but I respect it. Outside survey. Oh, I've already burned through a bunch of stuff. Okay. Sure. Yes, kindness is ranked up, but I have no idea what that does. Time to study. Practice. Yes, she's gonna meet the really smart florist. The girl would probably say. I mean, I don't even see a red flower, but I'll say I like the white one. Kindness. Yes. Rustwell Caravan. People who form tribes seeking sanctuary, even caravans that wanted, but no idea where it goes. So they're probably hard to sect. Things were good back then when they say it is probably unmistakably true. Season 5? How many seasons are there? Alright, let's just... Okay. You selected exhilarated area. Calls a random automaton. Automatons sound cool. Alright, what's the automaton? Personnel list. Where's the kid? Awakening! Advent. I awakened. Whoa, that cost like so much. Let's see if I get 2 more. Okay, so that's what it does. It gives me extra money. Okay, something happened. Residential is so energized. Alright. Let's go. I feel like this is going to be a good season for the girl. That's right, you feel the energy of the residential area, commercial area, park area. Ah, yes, so many areas. Cleared rank 2, toward NMP, raise 2 stats. Okay. Tap study. There's no time or energy left on this planet to celebrate everyone's birthday, not anymore. Let's celebrate at least on this page here. Merry Christmas. So. Thinking body. This seems really interesting. Personal caravan will be able to make to the city. Okay, commercial hotspot. See, items? I don't know. I thought I got all these robot arms. Personnel list? Where's my robot guy? Yeah, this guy. Seems like he's already... Okay. Rank rare. Common, yuck. So I got a rare. I don't know how, like... How did... Is there any other sign that something's rare besides just saying that it is? Like, that's common. That's common. Look at all these commoners. I don't really know what else to do. Emergency earthquake. Outside surveys cannot be connected this season. Okay. Upgrade city, sure. Whatever. There is. Alright, let's party. Let's educate this chosen one. Residential, commercial, park and garden, industrial. Yeah. Time to study. Art. I'm just gonna go in a circle. I have no what else. Would you like to see the tutorial for the Abigail test? Yes. 7 turns. Examiners will ask you about a certain characteristic. After that, you must respond to the examiners using the girl's memories. Memories presented at the bottom of the screen. 3 memories you must select from or chosen random. Each turn memories that fit the examiner's question marked with blue arrows. Miss examiners which. Energy from certain groups of personnel. Examiners consider the girl a past portion of the test and leave once the response is up to the target value they've set. Oh? Oh? No, I'll try it. How many memory points do I have? 104. Okay, so I got some everyday memory. We'll do some kindness. We're gonna do this one, which will be vitality. We'll do this one. Oh. Which will be charm. Okay. Okay.
Thank you for coming today. Hello. The internet help you ask you some questions. Yeah, I'm ready.
I mean, kindness is in my memory, right? Nice. Alright, so I just kind of, it's just like a matching game, I guess. Oh, that's nice. Kindness response is boosted, but that's not what they care about. So I have to just kind of like optimize kindness. Why does everybody care so much about kindness? Let's see this. Ugh, come on, give me something else. Personnel, thanks guys. Responsibility at 4%. Alright, I'm smart. Right. Okay. Alright, really hope it's about vitality. Ooh. Oh, I see. So it's sort of like just gambling and you got to try to get intelligence. So dumb. She cares about vitality though. So 1.5 speaking ability, we'll do that. Yeah, we just barely did it. Thank you. Be careful getting home. Okay. It's been a while, bye. She's a good, honest girl like you. Is he an honest girl? Yes, child is good, they understand. So be forgiven, share the benefits. We're looking forward to next year's test. We'll take our year-end fees. What? Is it for me? Hired idol who is also a student. Okay. Shadow of Libris. Exists. They say the only people in the world with the power to use science technology has ties to that mysterious city. Ooh, some evil company did something. Okay, so I'm getting to the end. Okay, the girl's going to the store. I think this is a stronger project. So I think, yeah, so what are my thoughts? I think this is a stronger project than I initially thought. I like the game mechanics. They need to be better explained. There needs to be some sort of like, honestly, even if you do a video tutorial or like a GIF tutorial, some sort of movement to clarify certain things, I think it would go a long way for a lot of the different things. A lot of the UI and menus on the seasonal planning kind of buried, very hard to see. I do think you do a good job with polyphony, right? Where you have these kind of like articles that are sort of like Libris, what are they doing? And then you cut back to dialogue. And so I think that's a good balance. I think you should add more. A lot of the flavor text on cards is kind of silly, but remember, like that could be a place where you add more information about your world and give more data. Um, yeah, overall, I mean, I think this is an interesting project. I think the world building is really interesting. I think the narrative level execution is a little weak. Like, I think we're whether in the beginning we're overtelling, we're repeating a lot of the same beats, like you're the only person in the world, or even later on, like you're the only person in the world. You were once the chosen one, but you failed. You're the only person in the world who can save us. We're all counting on this kid. It's all very important. Like you've told us that so many times that I think you just trust that we get it, like from the first or second time you mentioned something as the writer. But yeah, overall, I think it's a cool project. I think obviously there probably should be some editing done to the localized text, at least in English. Um, and yeah, I think there probably could be some more general trimming and distilling in the overall story. I would get to the mechanics a lot sooner. I actually kind of enjoyed the little puzzle mechanics and or like just the little city planning mechanics that you did build. So to some degree, I would say lean in more on those, make those more understandable. There's a lot of stats that I have no idea what they're doing, if they're good or bad. Like it seems like I want intensity to go down, but I want everything else to go up. Yeah, there's certain things, whether it's picking the right word to describe them in English, having tooltips that give me a little bit more context on what each of these stats means, um, and just a little bit more clarity around my goal. Like, I mean, this might sound trite, but even something that says get girls' intelligence to the next level, get girls' charisma to the next level, whatever that may be, those can be really helpful guideposts to kind of lead us through. Um, it's a pretty ambiguous game, but I think overall it's a cool project. I think the care and attention and you can tell someone who made this really it wants to tell this story and really cares about this story. I think you're closer than you might think, but I think there is still some ways to go in terms of the narrative structuring, in terms of how it's just delivered and executed on the plot and pacing level, and then also just clarity around the mechanics. I think it is really smart that you have other mechanics in here. That those mechanics are pretty dynamic and fun, um, but make sure that you're expressing them to me so I understand and I know what's going on. But overall, great work. Oh my god, man. Well done on the project. See you later. Bye bye.